Hello, dear students. Today we shall discuss a question on final account of partnership business. This question had come in the year 2019. And the question goes like this. Following is the trial balance of Rana and Raju, two partners. Okay. This is their trial balance. Items of debit and credit are given here. And we shall discuss these items a little later. Let us move to the later part of the question. You are required to prepare the profit and loss account and also profit and loss appropriation account for the year 31st March 2018. And you have to prepare a balance sheet also on 31st March 2018. These four are the adjustments given. First adjustment is relating to depreciation of machinery and furniture. I hope you remember depreciation of machinery will go to debit side of profit and loss account and also be deducted from machinery. The same treatment will be for furniture. It will go to debit side of profit and loss account and deducted from furniture in balance sheet asset side. Next item is interest on capital. I hope you remember I discussed all these things in my last class. Interest on capital will be shown as an item of appropriation in profit and loss appropriation account. And also it will be shown as an addition to capital on the liability side of balance sheet to the respective capital accounts of the partners. Raju is entitled to salary. So one partner is entitled to salary that will be shown on the debit side of profit and loss appropriation account. And also it will be shown as an addition to Raju's capital in the liability side of balance sheet. And finally, the profit sharing ratio. This is 3:2. So whatever profit we are going to get in the profit and loss appropriation account, whether it be profit or loss, we are going to divide between Rana and Raju in the ratio of 3:2. And now, before starting, we have gone through the question. Then I advise you that before trying to solve it, you just prepare your formats like this. This is the format: profit and loss account, debit, credit for the year ended 31st March 2018. You have to prepare the format: profit and loss appropriation account, the format, and balance sheet, the format. For the purpose of convenience, I have already written these figures, otherwise it would take too long. So these are the formats that I have already prepared. Now let us have a look at the question again. To begin with, we will start with this first item, right? Machinery. Machinery is 10,000. So where are we going to write this machinery? This machinery we are going to write in balance sheet asset side. So already formats are drawn. What we have to do is simply place the item here. Amount I'm going to put it later on. Then furniture. Where am I going to put this furniture? Furniture also will go in balance sheet. And this is the balance sheet. So this is here I put the furniture. Then the next item is rent. Rent and salaries. These two are indirect expenses. So I'm supposed to put them in the debit side of profit and loss account. But I hope you remember when we write the debit side items, we should in profit and loss account or profit and loss appropriation account, there should be to and by. In balance sheet, it is not required. The next is debtors. Debtors is an item of balance sheet. So where shall we go? Let us move to the balance sheet. Yeah, balance sheet asset side. Let us put the debtors here. Next item is cash in hand and cash at bank. These are also items of balance sheet which we are going to copy together. And this is the balance sheet asset side. I'm going to put it here, cash in hand and cash at bank. Dear students, when you solve it in your copy, you will write the figures along with the items. Now I'm not doing that for the sake of convenience. I'll show you the full-fledged solution later on. Then drawings. Then drawings of Rana is 4,000, Raju is 3,000. These two items are shown as a deduction from capital. Let us move to balance sheet. In balance sheet, I have already done the calculation of capital. So from the capital of Rana and Raju, I have deducted, you see this item, I have deducted 4,000 from Rana's capital and 3,000 from Raju's capital as drawings. Let us move back. Closing stock. Closing stock is again an item of balance sheet. So I'm going to move to balance sheet again and show it somewhere before cash in hand, because dear students, we are going to follow the permanence order. So more permanent items are to be shown on the upper side. Next is commission. This commission on the debit side, what does it represent? it represents commission paid, an expense. So it will go to the profit and loss account debit side. Of course, don't forget to write 2. Now we are done with the items of debit side of trial balance. Let us come to credit side. Capital, Rana and Raju, 65,000 and 40,000 respectively. See, in the balance sheet, I have already written that. In the balance sheet liability side, capital of Rana is 65,000 and Raju is 40,000. I have written it like this. You can also follow the same pattern. Next is creditors. Creditors is an item of balance sheet liability side. So I will put it in the balance sheet below capital. I have pasted it. Of course, write the figures when you solve it. Then bank loan. Bank loan is also an item of balance sheet. So I move again to the balance sheet, liability side, and put it here. What is the next item? Trading account gross profit, very important item. So this is the profit of trading account, which is transferred to the credit side of profit and loss account. So in the profit and loss account, I have already written, I'll not paste it again. I have already written by trading account gross profit 57,200. So we are also done with the credit side items of trial balance. All these items being done, now let us move to the adjustment. First adjustment is depreciate machinery at 10% per annum. Where will it reflect? As I discussed, it will reflect in profit and loss account. We will write to depreciation on machine. How much? It was 10% of the machine value. Machine value is 10,000. So to depreciation on machine, it will be 1,000. Okay, it will be 1,000. Similarly, for depreciation of furniture, for depreciation on furniture 20%, we will calculate the amount and write it here. Okay, just like this, we will write here to depreciation on. Okay, and the amount will be 20% of the value of machine. And we will also show these items as a deduction from machinery. What we will write? We will write less depreciation, the amount that we had written in the profit and loss account that we are going to show here as deduction. Let me show this to you. So suppose depreciation, machine value was 10,000. So depreciation at the rate of 10%. These are not imaginary figures, dear students. These are the original figures. So 10,000 minus 1,000 outside, how much I'm going to write? 9,000. Similarly, for furniture also, I'm going to deduct the amount of depreciation of 20%. Same manner, I'm going to deduct and write it on the outer column. So debit and credit effect of the first adjustment is over. Then partners will get interest on capital at the rate of 5% per annum. So in that case, the 5% per annum is on the capital. So if the capital is 65,000 and 40,000, so obviously on these two amounts, I'm going to show my interest on capital of 5%. And where to show these items? I have to show these items in the profit and loss appropriation account debit side. And at the same time, I'll be showing these items as a deduction. I'm sorry. I'll be showing these items as an addition to the capital. You see, add interest on capital. I have already added. And at the same time, in the profit and loss appropriation account, I will show it like this. To interest on capital, then for Rana and for Raju. How much? 5%, 5% of their respective capitals, and accordingly the final figure will come outside. That amount that we have calculated will also be shown here as add interest on capital. I'll add it with Rana and Raju's capital respectively. Now, what is the third adjustment? Raju is entitled to a salary. So Raju's salary is also an item of appropriation. Let us go to PL appropriation account, and I will write to salary to Raju, whatever be the amount that I'm going to write here. How much it was? I think it was 1800. So accordingly, I will write the amount here. And also in balance sheet, I will add the amount of salary, Raju's salary, 1800. You see, this is blank. Rana does not have any salary income. So double effect of salary is also done. And profit sharing ratio, this will be required at the time of appropriation of profit. So you might be thinking that ma'am has simply written the items roughly. So for your purpose, I have solved the problem fully here. You see, in profit and loss account, we will have rent account, salaries, commission, depreciation. It was 10% of 10,000 is 1,000. Depreciation on furniture was 4172. Trading account, we had transferred the profit. Commission was 300. So when we balanced, the total was 57,500 and the balancing figure was 18,588. This net profit, it will be transferred to which place? It will be transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. So here you see in profit and loss appropriation that by profit and loss account 18,588 has been transferred. This figure we have transferred it here, same figure. Now let us see the debit items. I have already discussed interest on capital. Rana was getting 5% of 65,000, that is 3250. Raju was getting 5% of 40,000, that is 2,000. Raju was getting a salary of 1800. These items I have already placed in the rough that I have shown to you. Then partners kept, then we do the balancing and find out that whether we have profit or loss. So 18,588 is the total when we balance this account. And from 18,588, when we deduct these three items, the figure that we get is 11,538. And since the profit sharing ratio between Rana and Raju is 3:2, so I'm going to share this amount of 11,538 in the ratio 3:2 between them. And these are the amounts that we got. And where do these items go? These amounts go. They are the share of profit. They will be added to partners capital account in the balance sheet. 69234615. You see in the balance sheet, share of profit 69234615. I have added to respective Rana and Raju's capital account. In balance sheet, these items I have already discussed: opening capital, interest on capital, share of profit, salary. This is the total. From this, we deduct the drawings, and then the closing balance we derive for Rana and Raju separately. And this is the total of their capital accounts. And these items, creditors and bank loan, we had already written. For machinery, I told you, machinery less depreciation, we are going to write it like this. Same way for furniture. These are the figures of the item that I have already discussed. That is debtors, closing stock, cash in hand, cash at bank. So what is the total? This much. And always the total of balance sheet will agree. So this is the way you are going to solve your question in the exam. I hope you are doing well, doing fine. Stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Don't stop the process. Keep learning. Thank you, dear students.